Hi everybody, I'm back with the November full moon eclipse reading. So before I came here, I started shuffling these little fairy cards. One fell out. You know how I feel about that? When a card falls out, we keep it, it's important. All right, so I am experiencing some technical difficulties this morning, really bad. So I have to try to get this reading in as quick as I possibly can before it shuts down on me, because it's just not holding space. So we're asking the universe right now to help us get this reading done. So we have a full moon that is going on today, the 19th of November, and that full moon is in Taurus, and that's earthly pleasures. We have the longest full moon eclipse that has happened in over 580 years. And that happened, I think, this morning. We'd have to check, go back and fact check me. But I'm pretty sure it happened this morning at 3:57 a.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time. So there's that. Now that's a big deal. It's the longest eclipse that has happened in over 580 years. In the days of old, all of the prophets were astronomers. They looked to the sky for their messages. Something that hasn't been around for that many years is sort of a big deal, right? So, yes, the full moon eclipse is going to stay with us that energy stays with us for 6 months. So it's going to make the energy of moving into this universal 6th year, which is about birthing new things for 2022, feel profound. Everything's been profound over the last couple of years. So yeah, it's going to make that energy feel profound. Now this is a very powerful eclipse, so it's really amplifying things, it's amping things up, and it's amping up the love vibration, the love and abundance vibration. So we know that love heals all. We know that, so that's a really good thing. Abundance is a really good thing. We do know that there's a polar opposite to everything. We don't want to project that. We want to project good things. We want to envision that, fake it till we make it, listen to our synchronicities, follow our path, and create that better world rather than focusing on the things that we don't want and seeing more of that. All right, universal 6th year, birthing new things. We're coming into that. That's going to feel profound. The lunar eclipse was the longest eclipse that we have seen in over 580 years. That's a big deal. The full moon is ending a cycle. That's in Taurus. That's earthly pleasures. This lunar eclipse with the full moon is amping up that inner resolve to strengthen our sense of security and our inner peace. All right. Oh, geez, I hope I got it all. I'm trying to hurry because I don't have a lot of time. I'm having some massive technical difficulties. So we're going to ask the universe to just give us messages around this new moon. This full moon, this lunar eclipse. Let's see what the universe wants us to know. Okay, that's just leaving it open. What does the universe want to tell us? What's our messages from our guides? Well, this is interesting. Oh. Okay, so we've got some good stuff. We've got some good stuff and some stressful stuff. So what's driving this reading is the star. So we came here as spiritual beings to experience the human experience, right? And the star is really good at that. She melds them both. She intuits. She is in touch with her higher guidance. She's very spiritual. She is in touch with her God, her angels, her guides. She's very in touch with that. But she alchemizes that energy down into her. She grounds it into the earth, and she pulls from the earth's energy, that energy of abundance, because the earth sustains us, right? That healing energy that the earth holds within it. So she pulls them both together. She's very balanced. She knows how to alchemize. So that's what's pushing this reading. This whole reading is telling us to do that. That's really in our past what we've been asked to do in order to come into ourselves. So now we are represented in this reading as the Ten of Cups. So that's representing us, okay? So the Ten of Cups it's a good feeling. It's a win card. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's a winning card. It's like, all right, we just created, we do have this happy ending. So you're at that place of like an ending, and now it's time to move from there, right? But this ending is a good ending. It's like a wish coming true. It's a happy card. But it looks as though those endings were created by giant shifts, right? And so those giant shifts that have happened in our lives that have propelled us to get to these certain places have felt very much like we're skating on thin ice, and they've felt pretty stressful. And above these big shifts that happen, we've felt a lot of sorrow. But we haven't been looking to what's bloomed beside us because we're just focusing on what we've lost. We've been doing a lot of focusing on what we've lost rather than looking at what is blooming. And so even though we've lost things and things have ended, truly we should be celebrating it because it's holding something better for us. Okay? All right, so above what's holding something better for us is the Sun card. Now, we've got 2 higher arcana cards in this reading. So above this happy ending, which may not feel happy because we see that it feels like it came with a big shift. We've got 3 higher arcana cards, actually, because we've got the Tower. It feels like it came with a big shift, and it felt like skating on thin ice. It's very stressful. But the universe is saying this is good stuff. It's going to create happiness. It truly is. And it's saying that because we have the Sun right over it too. So this is a happy ending. So let's look for what's creating the happiness, okay? What is the good thing? Let's look for the positive. Because the Sun card shines its light and just gives golden energy to everything. So it really is an abundance card. If you think about it, the Sun is how those longest days, that's how we grow our harvest and stuff. So the Sun, as a higher arcana, right above this, is saying, these are good things. So we've really got to look to the positive, even though we have felt like it was a mess, like it's incredibly stressful, and though it's felt very sorrowful, we've got to look to the positives. So that's what it's saying. And remember that this intense energy that we have just experienced is about ushering in love and abundance, okay? All right, so in between us feeling sorrowful and, and it's showing us that we actually do have some great outcomes, as bad as it may feel, it's also given us the hidden support card. So reach out to those who maybe you haven't talked to in a while. There is support there for you, okay? There's support. People love you and they want to support you. So that's a good reminder, all right? So, yeah, that's a good reminder. Let's do another quick shuffle. I'm looking at the time because I want to get as much in as I can. This is it's a big deal. This energy is going to last us 6 months, as you know, that's what eclipses do. It's a highly intense energy. It really is creating a big shift in the love vibration, the love frequency. So it's bumping that frequency up, which doesn't surprise me as being in the Aquarian age, the most healing age of the zodiac. What heals all? Love heals all. So as we've gone through these couple years of chaos, we've got to bring in that love frequency to really start amping up things that are going to start feeling good for people again. And that's what this is saying. We've got 3 higher arcana cards. We've got the Sun, the Tower, and the Star. And we really are being shown in this that though we felt sorrow and we felt stress, that we have good things coming. So let's go off of the Sun and get a couple more cards there. Show us a little bit about what we've been experiencing. Okay, so that makes sense. All of the sorrow that we've felt. Okay, so we've felt very alone on this journey. We feel isolated. So if you look, they're out by themselves, all alone, floating through the night sky by themselves. Swords are about thoughts, words, ego, technology, and creativity. So in our heads, we're up in our heads. We're up in our heads. And if we want to experience the joy, we got to pull ourselves out of our heads. Our ego can make things seem way bigger, way bigger than they actually are. We want to get into our hearts and allow the feelings, validate those feelings, but not let our heads take us on this big journey that's going to, create depression, anxiety, overwhelm. We want to look for solutions. We want to look to the positive and move forward with positivity so that we can get out of this space. That's a very stressful space to be in. We've had some disappointments. It's been a lot of disappointments over the last year, couple of years. We've had some disappointments. We have. Those feelings are valid. We can validate those feelings. They're valid. But we're letting it get to our head. We've got to step out of our head space, okay? And then the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, we've been experiencing this for a couple of years. We've been experiencing a lot of things that are disappointing, scary, and fear-based, right? But the Wheel of Fortune always comes back around. Right? We're coming into the 6th universal year, birthing new things. Let's project that those things are good. Let's be the leaders in our own life to help create good things, right? Let's look to the positives to recreate something, because clearly things needed to end anyways. We're going to be happier. We're going to be happier for the endings, even though they feel traumatic and sad and scary and disappointing. We're going to be happier in the end. We're going to look back and we're going to be glad for the endings. The Wheel of Fortune says, we've been waiting for the hands of fate. We've got to create our own fate. But the Wheel of Fortune says things always come back around. So we've been through a couple of years of straight up black, right? But things are going to come back around. Things are going to look up. We've been promised now with 4 higher arcana cards. These shifts were important and things are going to come back around. We're going to see better days. I'm going to leave that at that because we're going to see better days. We've got to step out of our heads. Let's really work on embracing that love frequency that is highly intensified because of the eclipse. And really see what's, the things that can be more positive in our life. So we had one card fall out before I was able to start filming. I kept it because I think that's important. I'm going to turn it over right now. And it says hope. That makes sense after that reading because there's a lot of disappointment. But we're being guaranteed these things are all for the best. So hope. Hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. And that's what we were just saying. We were just saying that we've got to visualize good things. Shift gears, shift out, shift our mental thoughts and our emotional, pull in as much love. Really try to start projecting that. Then we have the inner child. Inner child. And the inner child, the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So, obviously don't jump out of a tree just to see if you can land on both feet, because that looks fun. But, do something fun and silly. We've got to embrace that joy, bringing that love. Those are high vibrating frequencies. And the higher we vibrate, the more positive our thoughts are that we're projecting outward, the more we're going to see that positivity come in. And then we got come together, which is just a beautiful card. So come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So ask for help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Ask for help. Ask for help. To that community that that you can trust, your family, your friends. Go ahead and ask for help. And come together and do something positive. Come together with people to do something positive rather than looking at everything that's going to shit right now. Let's feed the positivity. We can get real caught up in the news and stuff that's going on in the news. That fear and that negativity is meant to keep you low. We are more than that. We are more than that. We have got to rise above it. And then we've got fairy spotting. So fairy spotting, it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing. But in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. And that is the absolute truth. When we believe, when we shift gears, when we change our thoughts, our words, our feelings, our minds, we start experiencing those things that we are projecting. So if you have been sitting around thinking your life is going to suck and that's all you think, your life's probably sucking right now. And sometimes our life sucks so that we can be shown the magic that we hold within us, so that we project and start working our own magic, lifting our vibration to change our lives in a profound way. So maybe it's time, no matter where we fall on that coin, whether we've been negative Nancy's and we've been experiencing stuff, or whether we just got a big kick in the pants and we don't believe we asked for that because we've been living a nice life and now boom, we've been kicked in the pants. Let's pull in our magic and see what it is that we want, and let's start moving forward to that. We have this incredible energy. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Let's work with it to the positive. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this because I know that I've only got maybe seconds before it's going to cut itself. So I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Many, many blessings from me to you. Much love, much healing, much inspired thoughts, positivity, high vibes sent from me to you. Look into this lunar eclipse a little bit more. It's amazing. Astronomers of old predicted things because they knew the messages were in the sky. This is an amazing eclipse. Let's bring in 2022 with lots of profound love vibrations. Let's shift gears. Let's step out of the fear. Let's step into the love frequency, the joy frequency, the abundance frequency. All right, you guys. Until next time, enjoy. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you with the next new moon if I don't see you before then. All right, take care.